Good evening, friends, fans, and water lovers, and welcome back to the Paragon Masters. I am your host, Toaster Loading. To my left and my right, Shane Lynch and another Notch. Notch, do you have your water? Shane has water.
I've got my Gatorade tonight because
for those of you
water sucks.
conspiracy,
It really
theorists,
sucks.
people are like, "Oh, Shane's not drinking water." Tell me,
Vodka's also clear, my friend.
Yeah.
really, really?
Oh, okay.
Can y'all read that backwards? Hello.
Just because it's in a water bottle doesn't make it not
You
vodka.
really think I would go to the effort? Do you think I would go to the effort of pouring it out and or drinking it or disposing of it through some mechanism?
No one knows.
And then buying vodka, which is like of all the distilled spirits, is the worst distilled spirit. If you're gonna drink a distilled spirit, be classy. Go with a great single malt Scotch.
Be classy, folks.
What you guys?
This is H to the O, my friend.
If you're just now tuning in, this is a video game stream. We do not debate liquids much on this show. This is the Paragon Masters, Team Mayhem versus Triangle Formation. Is what you guys just missed. If you missed that last match, Triangle Formation picked up a victory. Mayhem, though, it's been giving them a run for their money for a pretty good part of that match, making some really good trades with that team. A team that is, again, 4,000 points above even second place coming out of your guys' Agorist Rising tournament. So I'm excited to see Mayhem continue, see them grow, watch more people kind of dissect what we're seeing from these guys play, and hopefully changing up the meta a little bit. I'm also seeing people ask in chat why we're not seeing any Kalari picks or Gideon picks. I can speak to the Gideon. I know he kind of got hurt. But Notch, Kalari, talk to me. Shane, you play Kalari a lot. I see you play Kalari all the time.
I love Kalari.
Yeah.
However, my love for her is not so strong that it blinds my judgment to the fact.
Good point.
Notch is gonna get so much satisfaction out of this next phrase that she's a bad hero.
Oh, what? Ladies and gentlemen, I'm retiring from Paragon. Have a great night. Good job. Good luck casting.
Well done.
Folks.
Oh man.
Wowee.
Yeah, that was that was recorded, so that's not going anywhere. Shane.
I knew what I was getting myself into when I made that statement.
Yeah, that was that was a real thing. All right, so
there's heroes that do everything she does better,
but better.
Is what the issue is. When you have heroes like Grux, you have heroes like Rampage, who is not technically a fighter, and they're not even assassins. But when you have heroes that they basically do it, they jungle better, they lane better,
they gank better,
they kill better.
Yeah,
they just do everything better. She may be a fun hero, she may be a pick that's just kind of like, we picked her. But there's better heroes than her. And it doesn't make sense to pick her over somebody else.
Friendo said, "We saw Muriel. We don't need to see Gideon now." Don't be hating on. Come on,
Friendo. That's a great point. We've already seen Muriel.
We've had enough. We've had enough.
We're done. We're done with the bad heroes.
Well, so Shane, do you have something to say again? Maybe just make really intense faces, and I got to get used to this.
No, we'll talk about it when we get in game.
Cool. Well, we are about to get in game, folks. It's going to be Arctic Wolves versus Evolve. Not just as a match you were actually looking forward to out of the two tonight, since Team Spicy Ping and Straight Outta Gore did not play. So excited to see. We've got the picks. We've obviously got those bans. I guess we should just stop talking and get right into it so we can watch this beautiful, beautiful gameplay. Ladies and gentlemen, Shane, are you ready?
Make it so, number one.
Notch, you ready?
Always ready, man. I'm so excited.
Let's get the timing right now. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are getting ready to go into our Game 2, but really Game 3 match against Arctic Wolves and Evolve. On the blue side, we've got Evolve. On the orange side, we've got Arctic Wolves. Shane, who we got going on blue?
Taurino on steel. Not Brodicus. This is why I made that face, but NATO Sick on Murdoch. Dual Spirals on Grux, Imsco the Punisher on Twin Blast, and Tripsic the Benevolent on Howitzer.
All right, nice. How about on the orange side?
For SOA, we've got, out of our Arctic Wolves, we've got Faz on Field, Patsy on Grux, Mr. Kuru on Twin Blast, Crazy Fool on Murdoch, and Bixel is rocking Iggy and Scorch, which is an absolutely amazing hero.
Yeah,
Can we talk about this, Iggy? Can we talk about this, Iggy?
I was about to, so yeah, let's talk about it, Shane.
Iggy is still a phenomenally great hero. The only reason we didn't see him in 0.27 is because Gideon was just so insanely strong. But now that Gideon has fallen off, I think, assuming the current status quo of builds, which probably won't happen, but in this current build, I think Iggy is one of the strongest heroes in the game. His lane presence, he's a lane bully. He pushes very strong. Now, when he pushes, he doesn't necessarily get towers, but he creates space and he puts pressure, so much pressure on the map. He's a great hero, and I can't wait to see how Bixel plays him.
He's also an incredible jungler, which we haven't seen people
true.
play him that way. But I've actually watched some people play him in the jungle, and Iggy is he's just phenomenal. You drop down turrets at one camp, you go attack the blue camp while a turret's attacking a white camp. Like he brings a lot to the table. We do see Taurino and Dual Spyros over here. They're being a little bit aggressive. They're trying to get a gank here. Rasty's going to walk right into the Shadow Pad party.
Oh, buddy.
They've got to be careful here. I mean, Taurino and Dual Spyros are taking a ton of damage, but Crazy Fool's able to rotate over. Taurino's going to fall.
They get the kill. Dual Spyros is in a lot of trouble, too. Wrath Z, one more auto check. Trips is going to be able to secure it up, but they should be able to get the consolidation of Dual Spirals, and they do. It is going to be Steel picking up that kill, 1-for-2 exchange early on. So, not necessarily the biggest of deals, though. Imsco and Mr. Guru are duking it out in the ring right now between each other, and Imsco uncharacteristically losing. Mr. Guru uses that rocket attach, goes forward, but Phasma coming around the corner, gets knocked out of that auto sprint. All the meanwhile, Tripsic is going to more than likely get taken out. He's going to use that grenade. He's going to bounce on top of Mr. Guru, but he's just delaying the inevitable. He is going to get taken out. So already 4 kills, 1-for-3. And Arctic Wolves, man, I got to say, they took a really hard loss yesterday. And this they're already bouncing back real strong in this game.
Yeah, great rotation coming out of Arctic Wolves. They're able to secure those kills. Crazy Fool left mid lane, was able to rotate down and get those kills. Good rotation of these guys. Good exchange for Arctic Wolves. There's not much card power at this point. We are going to see the jungle come into effect. I would have liked to see Arctic Wolves get a little bit more aggressive and actually take SOA's jungle there. But they made the right decision. They made the right decision, and they played it safe. This is why I'm not competitive. I'm sorry. That is my fault. Man. Why do I keep saying that?
It's all good, man.
You really love SOA.
I don't know what's happening right now. I'm bad.
It happens, man.
Because of that Kalari pick. The Shane saying Kalari wasn't good really threw me off. The whole night.
It's like
calculated the whole night.
Right now, Notch is like, is this real life? Is this real life?
Oh, are you really ready for something, Notch? Are you really to get your mind blown?
If you say Chimera is good, I'm going to pass out.
I'm not going to say Chimera is good. I'm going to say Chimera is okay. Chimera's okay?
That's much better than anything I've ever heard you say about Chimera.
So wait, real quickly, talking about we just had Arctic Wolves pick up I think 3 kills right there, right in the beginning, and we talked how the more importance after the couple patches is that kills that don't lead to objectives aren't nearly as important, right? Usually, you'd be like, oh, kills were good, awesome. Now it's like if you don't get objectives with those kills, it's kind of not that it's a waste. It's great. You get card points, you get experience, but it's not nearly as impactful in the game. So, Notch, you were talking about you wish you could have seen Arctic Wolves taking the jungle out of the way there. Would that be like your worth it? Kind of to make those kills actually mean something.
You stop Taurino. You stop whoever's jungling from farming. We are seeing a lot of aggression coming out of Arctic Wolves again onto Evolve here. Taurino is going to get caught out. Dual Spirals with a big smash and grab into Mr. Guru. Imsco is going to rotate over. Imsco's so low right now. Great shield coming out of Phasma. Dual Spirals is going to fall. Big ultimate. It does
already
miss.
Level 5 from Murdoch in that solo lane. Rasty's coming around the corner. Tripsic, he needs to get in that auto sprint. He is going to be able to get away. 3 easy kills for Arctic Wolves, man. They're looking very dominant. You have people on the side of Evolve who are only at 6 card points, specifically Imsco's Twin Blast, to the 12 of Mr. Guru's Twin Blast and Crazy Fool's Murdoch.
Yeah.
That is not a good start. However, they still have all their towers. They're not out of it by any means, but they got to make sure that they got to stop giving up these kills, or this game might get a little bit more out of hand than it already is.
Yeah, because we talked about getting kills. That objective isn't great anymore. But if you just keep getting kills and the other team doesn't do anything, you're just going to start losing just based on pure stats.
That is a great win condition: is kill them over and over again.
Right, they're shutting down farm. We saw it happen on Tuesday when I don't remember the player's name, and I apologize. Maybe it was Phasma. Actually on Muriel, who didn't hit level 6 by the end of the game. You know what I mean? So getting kills it can help, but I would like to see objectives. Objectives is the name of the game here. So a good Evolve is Evolve's in a weird spot this early on. We can see them come back. They just need to start farming a little bit more. We can see them come back, but we're having a very hyper aggressive Arctic Wolves. I haven't seen Arctic Wolves play like this ever, Shane. I don't know about you, but I have not seen them play like this ever. They're being very aggressive. And this is not the Arctic Wolves we're used to.
They caught whatever triangle formation gave to them the other day, and they're like, oh, this is
exactly.
We can play this way. All right, let's play this way. And they're showing it's a fantastic way to play. Obviously, the dominant so far over Evolve. Now, one of the things that was, if we want to kind of compare that as far as that early aggression, would you say that Arctic Wolf's team comp is one that thrives in the early game and falls off late game, or would you say they're pretty well dispersed out? What is Arctic Wolf? What do they want to do with their team comp, Notch?
I mean, when you look at the team comps, they're almost similar, except those caster picks. Both of these teams have a great early to mid game. Arctic Wolves is just using it more effectively. They're being the aggressor. They're taking the fights. They're not fighting when Evolve attacks. They're deciding when they're going to fight, and they're rotating 2 or 3 over, and they're taking the fights when they're ready for it. And that's what's helping them win here. We do see them, again, being very aggressive over in this prime lane. We've got 4 in this lane. We're going to have Imsco try and rotate over. He's got to be careful with the smash and grab, though. Wall coming out from Phasma. That's just to stop Imsco from landing his auto attack.
Oh, speaking of the devil.
Oh, Lord, he actually misses it off the rim. Here comes the counter dunk onto 2. Smash and grab underneath the tower. This is huge for Evolve. Crazy Fool is going to get taken out. He does go down. Dual Spirals gets charged forward. Edge get a little bit aggressive there, but that was beautifully done. That was looking ill-conceived for Evolve, but they turned it around. That beautiful smash and grab. Dual Spirals coming out in the clutch right there, and they finally pick up a very important kill. And more importantly, that's just a big morale boost, and they needed that.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It's so important to watching these teams. If you start going down and down and down, you can start feeling the weight of instead of this game being like, hey, we're doing good. It's like we need to do good. And that's no way. It's no fun to play into that pressure. Getting a turnaround like that after being engaged on yourself has got to feel good. And Taurina right now,
Yep, he's got to be careful. That's he's farewell, Taurino. We'll see you again in about 25 seconds. That's the play-by-play summarization of that particular death.
See you in 25 seconds. Bye. Done.
Yes.
Play-by-play over. Notch, take over.
Yeah.
Break that down, Notch.
Well, what happened was Taurino died, and then he's going to respawn in 25 seconds, and that's when we'll see him back.
Wow.
This is odd though. Now that I think about it, Taurino on Steel, this is a big switch up of roles. Normally Taurino is a Ranger player. I would say he's a phenomenal Ranger player. I have never seen him on anything but a Ranger before. So this is going to be, I mean, we're going to have to see how he performs on Steel. I mean, Steel's main job is to dunk as many people as possible. Of course, dunk is his ultimate shield slam. We just like calling it dunk because we love using basketball metaphors here
and
on
boxing.
the Paragon Masters. But,
just sports.
And boxing as well.
Sports.
Just all the, yes, exactly. So I wonder why that is. I guess maybe because NATO is I don't know if we're going to assume that he's a sub in place for Brodicus, and they just had to switch up the roles or something like that. But to answer your question, to touch on the question you had earlier there, Christian, about which team, as far as the draft goes, I actually feel they're very, very even. Smash and grab on a Guru, into the dunk, beautifully well done. Evolve is swinging back well. Let's see if they can get Phasma as well. If they can get Phasma as well, this would be great. If not, they're still going to be happy with that. They took out Mr. Guru's Twin Blast, and this is exactly what they needed to do. They're going to make a big tower push here, and this is the prime tower. Here comes Wrath Z, though. The Dual Spirals is tanking it up. He's going to charge himself out of there. Can they get themselves out of here? Look for a smash and grab. Wrath Z going in. Imsco is going to have to rocket dash. If he doesn't have rocket dash, doesn't even need it. Farewell, Crazy Fool from downtown is going to pick up the kill. So as I say, Evolve got that great kill. They overstayed their welcome, and they got punished for it. I really would have liked to see them maybe fall back right there.
Yeah, Articles is playing ahead of the words, rotating very effectively, and they're playing very aggressive. I like this Articles. I like what I see here. We've seen no towers fall as of yet. We're 10 minutes into the game. Card power is relatively even, except for Crazy Fool, who's at 21 card power right now. But for the most part, most of these guys are even. I do like the aggression coming out of Articles. They're really wanting to take down this prime lane. That's where a lot of the team has kind of been bunched up. I feel like once they get this tier 1 tower down, we're going to see them go for that prime orb and actually try and turn that in and swing this more into their favor.
Now, we kind of talked about having the bounties and how that's a new addition. That can help you kind of come back, as Phasma might be getting caught out here right now.
Yeah, I think he just went into place a ward. He's going to shield charge away. Tripsic is rotating from mid lane. Trip being pretty timely. He's going to look for that knockback mine. Not going to be able to get it. So Phasma is going to be able to get away. That's a very greedy play from Phasma. If any one of the team members of Evolve was just maybe a second sooner to rotate over there, probably would have been the death of him. But he has an aggressive ward. I'm sure Evolve hopefully cleans that up, knowing what he was trying to obtain. But hey, he got out. He got the ward. He's going to be happy.
Yeah. So back to the bounties. If an enemy has a bounty on their head and you kill them, you get a lot more card points. Nash, you know the specific number?
I don't know the specific number. It's a lot.
Yeah, it's quite a bit. It kind of catches.
It's
exponential. It goes up exponentially as you get more kills as well.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. It's a lot. It could be one card level, it could be two.
Sure.
Depends on how well they've done.
So in games like this, where it's very, very back and forth, oh, get that Gatorade, Notch. Where it's
dying.
Where it's don't die, don't die.
Do you like that Gatorade, Notch?
So good.
So good.
What flavor?
So good.
What flavor?
It's actually called Arctic Blitz. It's way better than water.
Favoritism. Favoritism.
Wolves. Well played there, Notch. Well played. Oh, we got a big fight going on the left lane.
Yeah, we are seeing a rotation out of
Taurino. He's getting forward. Smash and grab is going to land, but he's immediately going to get himself out of there. There's a shield slam on a Tripsic. He does have his ultimate. They need to burst him down. They're not going to burst him down. Tripsic is going to be able to show off his shoes, but Taurino gets taken out before he's even going to contribute much of anything to this fight. You want to see more out of your steel player, but Rasty charges literally to his death. Dual Spirals gets taken out. Mr. Guru jumping up and down. Imsko's going to get taken out. So once again, I mean, Arctic Wolves, they're just always getting the better exchange of this. And NATO is not going to be able to land that devastating blast to try to get Phasma down. But yeah, I just feel like Arctic Wolves continues to get the better of these exchanges. NATO does get a solo pick off on the other lane against Iggy. But I mean, they're going to lose a tower. They still, there's maybe a silver lining here for Evolve, but they're still in a very awkward position after that team fight.
But one thing we were talking about, I think it was on Tuesday, is when you're fighting against an Iggy, the brawling, the boxing potential kind of goes in the favor of Iggy in a lot of ways. You have towers that you can set up, like you said, Notch. They're not quite on that instant cast as they used to be, but still pretty effective. You're trying to fight an Iggy while he's got his turrets up. Unfortunately, we didn't get to see NATO take down Bixel, but
he was very low though. I mean,
okay.
NATO was very, very low. Both of them. I'm surprised NATO was able to actually survive. Right. It just comes down to the damage coming out of the Murdoch. Murdoch is going to do more damage, of course. Sure. But when you have that Tainted Magic, I don't know if he just bought that or if he's had that. But that card, if he did not have it, is actually going to be a game changer.
Probably would have gone down. Okay, all right. I was wondering, how did he do that then? How did he tank that Iggy out? 14 minutes about into the game right now, and Arctic Wolves have a tower. Evolve does not yet. A little bit of damage there on the left side, but looking at kind of the state of the game, obviously if Arctic Wolves can continue like this, they have the control. How far back is Evolve? How far behind are they? Are they close? Is it just a couple more kills? Is it a tower and you think it's dead even again?
It's a team fight. It's a team. Honestly, it's a team fight.
Well, I'm a man of numbers. You guys know I love my numbers, right?
Sure. Yeah, numbers are good.
Imsko, 18. Mr. Guru, 27. I'm going to let the numbers speak for themselves. That's this early on, having a Twin Blast that far behind is a huge detriment. They're going to have to really... But if I was Evolve, I would put a big priority on making sure Imsko gets some catch-up farm. Big time. Taurino mid lane, dunk on a Crazy Fool. This is one way to do it. Is securing a kill onto Crazy Fool. Crazy Fool does have a bounty. It goes to Tripsic, though. I mean, I would even go as far as saying that when you're Evolve, I mean, it's not like that Crazy Fool is going to be able to get away. I would say hold up, let Imsko get that last hit and get that bounty. Nonetheless, they're still going to be okay with that. They took out a very important player, but the aggression continues. He's just going to get taken out. Tripsic gets 2 kills. Here's the ultimate coming down. NATO sick, Murdoch taken out of the equation. Well, they got to be careful standing in this howitzer ultimate. Rasty's going to charge himself out of there. Torino and Imsko are looking to pursue. Phasma, very, very low. Imsko turn around and get the kill on the steal. Instead, no, he's going to go down to Dual Spirals. Or I'm sorry, he's going to go down. He's actually going to get the kill on the Mr. Guru, rather. And he might get the kill on the Phasma. This is what Imsko needed. Right as I said that, Imsko comes in there, and this is why he's called the Punisher, ladies and gentlemen. Rasty's in trouble. Taurino gets a charge on him. Tripsic with the rocket. Not going to line up. Unfortunately, it's not going to be able to land. But Imsko, is it a triple? Oh, baby, it is.
Wow. Well played. Turning around a Valve, picking up 4 kills right there. Notch, as you say, oh, it's going to be a team fight. Well, there's a team fight.
It puts all of them back into contention when it comes to card power. If they can get an objective off of this, this will be so much better for them. Unfortunately, people are back up. Crazy Fool's back up.
Can I interrupt you, Notch? I have to get this point out. Can I give you guys some numbers? Mr. Guru, 27. Imsco, 27.
Wow, just like that. Just like that. Back in the game. This is how quickly this game can go back and forth, which is what I love, right? It's like, it's not like, okay, man, Arctic Wolves, they got the first tower, they got the first, 4 kills. It's probably going to be over for Evolve. Evolve with one good team fight. And
Imsco needs to be very careful here. Crazy Fool, he did pop his ultimate to clear that wave, but Crazy Fool is here, dealing a ton of damage.
Wow.
To Imsco, one more basic attack, auto attack.
Imsco has that bounty. Imsco has that bounty from that last kill. Now Crazy Fool has got a huge infusion of experience, just bumped up an entire card level right there, just from that one kill. Now Big Soul, oh, he's really low. Dual Spirals should be able to pick up this kill. The Flame Belch is going to be enough, but NATO's going to come in there. You know what? Dual Spirals, I'm glad he didn't get the kill there. Evolve really needs to start like min-maxing, if you will, on the Rangers. They need all the experience in the world right now to get themselves back into this. I mean, Tripsic, even though he got 2 kills in the last fight, he's still down 21 card points. Taurino down 21 card points. But when you're a Steel, he has the Shockwave, he has the Barrier Will. That's really all Steel needs to be effective in team fights. So I wouldn't be too afraid. Rasty versus NATO Sick. Devastating Blast is going to come down. There's the dunk onto Phasma. It was only a one-man dunk onto Murdoch. Evolve. Nope, they're not going to engage into this, even despite the fact that the new ultimates was down. NATO still picked up that kill on Big Soul, but they used a lot of ultimates just to get that kill on the Murdoch. Not sure if this is a moment that Evolve could try to exploit the fact that they're up on ultimates right now.
We need to start seeing a little bit more out of Evolve at this point in time. Yes, they're getting kills, but we're at the point we need to start seeing objectives. The map is pushed in favor right now for Arctic Wolves. Arctic Wolves has two towers down. Evolve has none yet. The only one that's in danger is the Prime Lane tower, which is a little bit below half health. But we saw them take a great team fight, but no lanes are pushed in their favor.
Right.
Even having a caster, Tripsic, on their team, the lanes are just pushed back constantly in favor of Arctic Wolves, and they weren't able to take any objectives off of that. And now they're giving up kills again.
All right, so Evolve now doing it right for a second, but they need to be able to combo that with also doing some stuff on the map as well. Looking at kind of where Evolve stands, being not having a single objective on the map against Arctic Wolves, what kind of jungle pressure does that open up? I know a lot of times we focus on just the lanes, but having a tower down also affects your jungle because the enemy can be in there a little more confidently. Talk to me, Shane, a little bit about that.
Especially mid lane, right? I mean, just taking a quick look at mid lane as Imsco is able to pick up the first tower of the match for Evolve. Something they really, really needed is that Prime lane, which is very, very important, the implications of which we'll see later on into the game, assuming it gets to that point here. But in the mid lane actually opens up a lot of opportunity and just takes away a lot of map control and map vision to the opponent's jungle, and that's exactly why having that mid lane is a big deal. But right now, oh man, a huge knockup right there, the 3-man shockwave and the 2-man dunk. Taurino getting a lot of value out of that. Crazy Fool's in a lot of trouble. One more attack, as well as the Howitzer ultimate. Beautiful wombo combo potential. Evolve, they were looking really, really kind of demoralized, disheartened, I would dare say down and out. But they're coming back. We're officially in this mid game here, guys, and they're looking good. They're going to rotate down to mid lane, look for potentially a push, maybe even thinking about swinging over to the Orb Prime. Nonetheless, they have a lot of space to open up this map, and not only are they getting these kills, we've talked about it ad nauseum. They have to get some objectives, and mid lane seems to be the objective they have their eye on here.
Yeah, this is a good push here. They have one minion there. Mr. Guru is able to take out that minion wave. Taurino is just tanking that tower. He's gonna have to be careful here. We are gonna see another minion wave coming up here, but again, Imsco is super low. They're not. It doesn't look like they're gonna get an objective out of this. Dual Spirals has to be very careful.
Snipe.
Oh, farewell, my friend.
And he's dead.
And Imsco is very low as well. Is he an auto sprint? If Imsco's nope, he's auto attacking. Vixel's trying to get that turret on there, do a little bit of damage. This is actually very dangerous for Phasma. Simple, that's just an outright overextension right there. An outright overextension from Phasma. Even if they get that kill into Imsco, Phasma was not going to get away right there. Taurino, he's okay, well, a steal for a steal, an eye for an eye, as we say here on the Paragon Masters. But yeah, the bigger, you said it, Notch, the bigger thing to talk about, they actually don't get the tower mid lane, and now NATO smash and grab, not going to land.
Gets out of it.
Be able to get away by just the nick of his heels right there. But Evolve, man, they got to start getting more out of these exchanges. They really, really do. Taking a look, let's take a look at the numbers, though. Imsco, despite the fact that Imsco at one point was literally the most underfarmed person on the map, and now he's tied for the most farmed person on the map. This is the reason why Imsco is widely considered one of the best Ranger players in the game right now. He's up there with Beacon and all the other ones you think of.
Keep a look at those card points. You guys can see 36 points there on Imsco. Highest on his team. Highest in the game right now, 36 and 36, also on Twin Blast and Crazy Fool. So kind of looking at the average numbers, I mean, would you still say Arctic Wolves is slightly ahead? I mean, obviously they're ahead on the map, but as far as like team fight potential, or is it still pretty even if a team fight broke out?
Team fight potential is still pretty even. I feel.
Yeah, I agree.
For me, they're ahead because of map control.
Yeah.
When they get kills, they took objectives.
Sure.
We haven't seen that in a bit because there's been a lot of aggression out of Evolve. And I believe that was more to try and get caught up and get rid of some of the bounties on their team and give themselves some card power. But Evolve needs to get some towers here. Without getting these towers down, we're going to see another team fight, and lanes are now starting to be pushed in their favor. So if we can get another team fight out of Evolve, we may be able to see them get a tower or two. But at the same time, we've seen how well Arctic Wolves has been playing. They've lost a couple team fights, but they're getting picks. They're able to. When a hero dies, they're able to turn around and get a pick.
I'm sorry. I'm enjoying what Chad is saying right now about literally ban everything in existence. Fight.
Can we ban banning mid lane? Taurino onto Ratsy. That's a beautiful peel from Imsco. They're protecting the Punisher, and Ratsy, he's gonna get taken out by Tripsic. Tripsic, man, he's playing a great howitzer. He's getting a lot of value out of these ultimates, but it's not on his shoulders. He is standing on the shoulders of giants, and those giants are Taurino Steel, literally and metaphorically, playing like a giant right here. He had a couple of missteps early on, but he's gotten back into this, and not only him, but his team, man. With this Grux, though, they need to get tower. They need to get something. They need to invade. Maybe take some Harvester out. Do something. Just more than get kills like this.
Now, you bring up an interesting point there, Shane. Harvester is something we really have not talked about as far as the Paragon Masters goes, because they're kind of things that are like, yeah, this is what your team does. They take Harvesters, you get your side of the jungle. If you've got control, you get the far left and the right lanes, and if you're really good, you get the center one. How much of this game really do you guys believe is about either harvesting, counter harvesting, making sure that you have the majority of the Harvesters? Does that matter more early game? Is that late game?
That's until you get to 60 card points.
Yeah.
I mean, just picking up a Harvester when they're half full. There's been many times because someone just touch a Harvester, whether it has one, whether it's just started the refill, it could put you over at that next card power,
sure,
and allow you to buy a card. Harvesters are very
important. Over by the black buff, smash and grab, Ratsy. He's got to be trouble. Dual Spiral's very, very low. Mr. Guru trying to get the kill. Dual Spiral's going to be able to get away. Imsco just going right forward, headlong into Mr. Guru and trying to show him who's boss. But he just overextended possibly. The dunk onto 2 onto Phasma right on the edge of it. The 2-man shield charge. Oh, just the one, but Crazy Fool's low. They take him out. Twin Blast and Murdoch are down. This is a great potential moment for Evolve. The Ratsy, they're just knocking him up, knocking him all over the place right into the hands of Taurino. The R2000 rocket is here. Dual Spiral said, you know what? I was down and out, but here I come. He's actually just completely avoiding the
he just runs by.
Vixel right there. And just runs right
Minions!
by him. 4 for nil right there. Evolve. They're all pretty low. They got to be careful. Phasma, you know what? A steel player, you just got to give this tower up.
Here's the thing.
What is this? The second or third exchange that Evolve has come out of with a big advantage right now, and finally they get something going.
And again, I mean, Murdoch having the global ult is something that obviously you want to keep him. I mean, it's the benefit of having him across the map. But again, the Murdoch was not in that fight to do consistent damage, and they still took them 4v5, picking up 4 members of Arctic Wolves. And looks like they're going to get 2 towers out of this now.
This is exactly what they needed to do. They were able to pick up those kills. Are they going to get it? They are going to get it.
Yeah.
They were able to. They were able to. Big ultimate. It does miss. Crazy Fool tried to hit with that a devastating blast, but he does miss. This is exactly what Evolve needed to do. They just open up the map. Map control is firmly in their. The map is firmly in their control. We saw. I want to point out we don't have the live replay there, but Imsco was so low, and Rathzy was all over Imsco. Tripsic was able to place his grenade and knock Rathzy away from him directly in front of Taurino and secure that kill and keep Imsco alive. That was a great play coming out of Tripsic, and it's what allowed that team to take 2 towers. If Imsco would have died, I don't think they would have got those 2 towers with everybody spawning back up.
Basically, what you're saying is Tripsic is the writer of Lord of the Rings.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
I didn't even see that, Shane. Well done.
He came back in all white, and he saved everybody.
He's like,
Helm's Deep.
I'm here.
Helm's Deep.
Helm's. He went. Helm's
They're going deep. They're going Helm's Deep. We need to find a play-by-play for me to use that. Maybe we can't do it now because now people are expecting it.
Yeah.
Maybe sometime next year.
Don't give the people what they want.
Exactly. Next week, there's no mirrors. Just kidding. Moving on back into the game here. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at the number here, man. Imsco officially the most farmed person on the map at 48 card points. Nato is at 42, which is comparable to that of the crazy full of Murdoch. So Evolve, man, they're looking really, really phenomenal here. Last hits, they're ahead on about 30 last hits. They're ahead on 2 kills. Nato's got to be careful. Well, I think you can be as careful in the world, but when 5 people show up to your lane to kill you,
there's no.
You know what?
Get out of that.
You're gonna go down. If I'm Evolve here, I'm saying, you know what? Go left, go mid, try to split push. That was a 5-man commitment right there. But with 5 people hanging around that Orb Prime, you got to respect that. You got to show a little bit of presence in this area to make sure you don't give up a free Orb Prime to your opponent as well.
Sure. That's actually a great point. Again, a way to use Orb Prime is you might think that, oh, it always is going to favor the guys ahead, but it's like, no, if they go decide to do something else, and the people who are behind go ahead and get the Orb Prime, it's like, all right, well, now we just gave our enemies a way to get back in this game. So many ways, again, to go back and forth between when you're ahead and when you're not. Taurino getting really aggressive right now. He's going to back off.
Yeah, he'll be okay.
He thought about it.
I thought he was going to just jump in and go Helm's Deep. I really did.
Yes!
Got him!
There it is!
And that's exactly what's going to happen. They're looking to get in there. Tripsic up in the air. Phasma, nothing but net. No heroes whatsoever right there. Rathzy gets knocked up. Tripsic continues to toy with Rathzy.
Tripsic just does. He's the combo with that grenade into the ult every single time.
Well done.
It's been on point. Well done, Tripsic.
Well done, Tripsic. My
Imsco
goodness.
has that radiation thing above his head because right now he is just nuclear and he's getting ready to explode. Devastating Blast on a Mr. Guru. Taking a lot of damage. Vixel, Phasma, Mr. Guru, all very low. The knock-up once again. No follow-up, though. Crazy Fool goes for the Devastating Blast. I'm not sure what the intent... I think the intended target was Imsco. But Imsco, he's going to juke. He's going to jive. He's going to stay alive. And they got the Rathzy. Dude, Tripsic's Howitzer, man. Whenever we see Howitzers, we've always been like, oh, wow, the Howitzer just got like a huge ult-off. How often have we seen Howitzer play where they're more impactful outside of their ultimate than they are in of it? And this is within that, Tripix has played, I think, his ability to peel for his teammates is completely unmatched of any Howitzer we've seen, I think, up until this point.
Well, I think that's what's so great about looking at a hero and saying, okay, not just playing them for their amazing sweet ult, but playing them and seeing, okay, how can all the rest of their abilities affect the game. And yeah, Tripsic seems like he very, very much so has got Howitzer down.
Yeah, this is the best Howitzer play we've seen in any of the competitive play we've seen since Agora's Rising 1.
Well done, Tripsic. Now who's...
Well done, Trips.
Well done.
Now he's going to feed 10 times and cost his team the game.
Yeah, cast or curse. That's what they call that, ladies and gentlemen.
Exactly.
Sorry, Trip. We're sorry in advance.
Tripsic, dang it. Sorry.
We done messed up, son.
That was hard.
We done messed up.
Man, we got to get better at this. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness.
One day.
The dream. So right now, looking at both these teams, let's go one at a time. All right. Shane, Notch, if you're Evolve, what's your next play?
You know what? Just keep doing what you're doing. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Sure.
Right? I mean,
keep pushing pressure.
Taking a look at the kills, like 20 to 18, you're like, oh, you're only ahead 2 kills, but I mean, there's that sort of intangible sort of thing that you can't look at objectively, like momentum and moral and things like that, and the psychological presence of how Tripsic has literally been toying with the front line of your team and stuff like that. That's a huge sort of momentum and boost.
A lot of trouble here.
Phasma, he's going to get in there. Looking for the dunk. There's the shockwave. There's a smash and grab. Is there any turnaround here from Evolve? I think there's... Yeah, Duels is dead. Duels is dead. They're going to give it up. Imsko's in left lane, though I'm not sure he's going to be able to really cause any too much split push here. But
this opens up Orb Prime for them. They are now confident.
Imsko should keep pushing. Imsko should keep pushing here. Give up the Orb Prime and just keep pushing.
We'll see. I'm not sure he has enough damage or minions to get to the inhibitor. This Orb Prime is falling pretty fast. But maybe he can get at least the tier 2 tower down.
You were saying, what should Evolve do? And Evolve has shown us time and time and time again they can win team fights. What's cost them a lot is being picked off like this. Yes. Losing that those 1 or 2 heroes at terrible times. And that was it. Someone has been overextended. Every time they've lost the tower, every time they've lost an objective, it's because someone's been out of place. And Arctic Wolves has been able to secure a kill.
Mid lane. Taurino's got to be careful. This is just a miscommunication between the warrior player, the frontline player of Steel. I thought they were looking to go in here potentially onto the Orb Prime carrier. I can't tell on that's on Mr. Guru. It's on the Twin Blast player. Now with Grux just coming back, and more importantly, the person who's been setting up so many beautiful initiation and team fights on that Taurino Steel, I'm not sure if they can contend for this, especially because Imsko is well on the other side of the map. But it's damned if you do, damned if you don't right here. It's damned if you do, it's damned if you don't. If you give it up, then you have to potentially lose an inhibitor, but at the same time, Tripsic, he pops the ultimate, and he get a lot of value out of here. He's actually focusing down on a crazy full. Imsko coming in from the jungle. They're actually pretty low right here. Evolve. There's no way they're going to make this ground. They actually take him out. Mr. Guru's down. Imsko has it. Imsko has the Orb Prime. He's going to just look to potentially take out Ratsy. No, this is why Imsko is the Punisher, ladies and gentlemen. He's going to take out Ratsy. All the meanwhile, Dual Spirals is in a lot of trouble. He's going to charge away. Ratsy goes down, and somehow Evolve 4v5 facing up against the Prime card activation of a very stacked Mr. Guru Twin Blast. They're going to turn this around in just devastating fashion. And that was just brutal savagery coming out from Imsko right there. So well done.
They have shown us time and time again they can take the team fight.
Yeah, well said, Notch. I feel like everything you say all of a sudden just happens.
They have not lost in a team engagement, whether they're down 1 hero or not, and that was it. Imsko rotated out of nowhere.
He just swept in there like a blue.
Hey, I'm here.
Surprise!
We saw him
mid lane. He just killed him. And if they get this turn in, their entire team is up.
They are.
I don't think this is going to fall off. He's going to be able to get this in.
There it is.
This is a huge moment for Evolve. Just keep doing what you're doing. And that's exactly what they took that team fight. This tier 2 tower is down. Imsko is being super aggressive. He rocket boosted. Crazy Fool is just out of reach. Imsko has to be careful here, though. Do not die right now.
Does he have lifesteal?
He does have lifesteal, but there's 4 people there.
Or no, Imsko doesn't have lifesteal. He has no lifesteal. Those are Flashfire Pistons, not Brandon the Eye Eaters. So he does have to be careful here. He doesn't have that lifesteal. I'm surprised he doesn't have lifesteal, considering he's at 60 card points.
Imsko doesn't have any lifesteal?
Interesting. No, he doesn't.
Touch of Thieves. Yes, he does. He's got Touch of Thieves. It's a
10
card.
Talk about this. Talk about this.
This is a brand new card. It's called Touch of Thieves. It gives you 32 lifesteal and 300 health. It costs you 10 card points, though.
Now, a lot of people are probably wondering, why would you spend 10 card points on this? If you do the math, as far as how much value there is in certain points, Dual Spirals almost got a really big smash and grab there. Not going to happen. And the Drathzy showing I too can miss my smash and grabs.
I too can do that.
But that's 10 card points for that. It's actually very, very valuable. You get a much more out of those 10 card points than you'd expect. Crazy Fool gets dunked. Here comes the Howitzer ultimate. This is what they've done time and time again. Crazy Fool's going to get taken out by Tripsic. He's going to immediately, without hesitation, just takes Ratsy out of the fight, knocks him away. Imsko's in the thick of it. Look at him move around. That red buff is giving him speed. Billie Jean's not my lover, and he's going to moonwalk himself out of there. The dunk, though, Imsko's in trouble. Smash and grab. He doesn't have lifesteal. I bet he wish he was having a little bit more lifesteal right there. It's a 3-for-2 exchange, but the inhibitor goods get taken out. So they did give up 3 kills for it, but they took out the inhibitor. Or Prime is not going to be spawning for a long, long time. That left lane, that Prime lane, as we like to call it here on the Paragon Masters and Agor's Rising, is perpetually going to be pushed in, and it's going to be punishing the team. Arctic Wolves.
Man, right there also, in the back, Bixel got a double kill. Like, oh, wow, great. Arctic Wolves killing it. But like you said, the objective as far as getting that inhibitor is so big on Evolve, with only going 1 kill behind.
Arctic Wolves is continuing to be aggressive. Oh, wow. Mr. Guru is.
I like this stuff.
He's trying to get dual spirals here. Big knockup out of Tripsic, was able to knock Phasma and Mr. Guru off. They are going to escape, but they were continuing that aggression. What a good fight under that tower.
Yeah.
Can I just say that?
Yeah,
a lot of stuff happened. A lot of people died. Arctic Wolves lost the tower, but they did things that were good.
Real good fight. Real good fight.
It was the real good. Like on a scale of 1 to 10, it was like a 7.5.
Now here's the thing.
Want to know how good it was?
Tell me. Oh no, was it water good?
As good as your water?
It was all right.
Oh. Wow.
This guy.
Who is this
This
guy?
guy.
Let's just hang him up, and then we'll just give him some time out for a second. So one thing I also want to point out there is in that fight, Taurino goes in with his steel ult, and I don't think he hit a single person, but it didn't matter. They just needed a reason to fight because
he hit Crazy Fool.
Did he? Okay, because
he hit Crazy Fool.
Arctic Wolves was doing a great job at just defending, clearing the waves, and since you have steel on Phasma, you're able to put that shield up, and the auto attacks can't go through it. So you can defend for a good amount of time there, and it looked like Evolve knew that if they were going to continue to do this, they weren't going to get anywhere. So like, all right, Taurino go in, he goes in, but you can just see even though he didn't make a huge impact, like you said, Shane, just getting one person, still they were. That's all they needed. They just needed a fight.
Taurino's job in this game is to literally ult shield charge and die. He's he's only at card level 36 compared to the 60 and and 50s of his opponent. So when he does go in and ult, it's entirely dependent upon his teammates to secure the kills. And as long as they continue to do that and they follow up on the Taurino Shield Slam Shockwave Charge combination, and the Barrier will being used more than likely just as sort of a, hey, I'm here, I might as well try to get value out of it. I think that's Steel's job. This is why he gets picked, is because he's one of the strongest initiators in the game.
Sure.
And Taurino, I mean, you just need to, even if it's only on one person, Christian, if it's on an important target, whether Mr. Guru's Twin Blast or Crazy Fool's Murdoch, it's still completely
It's going to be worth it. Yeah. I hear you there. Now, what we're seeing Evolve doing is knocking right at the center inhibitor of Arctic Wolves. They have that left one down. Super Minions going to be pushing for them on that side. Now, I've always wondered this, because in my MOBA playing experience, I always thought, if we've got the left inhibitor down, let's push far right, because they have to flex more. But Evolve right now is just going up the center. What is your guys' thoughts on that, Notch? Do does it really matter with this style, with this format, with Paragon? If you've got left down, it's better to go right, or is it center just the same?
I mean, they're taking center because the inhibitor's open.
Yeah, exactly.
Their choice was
just the next.
Dual Sprouts. It's the smash and grab, a huge smash and grab at Wrath Z though. Hauser immediately pops that ultimate. There's the Taurino. He gets it on a Wrath Z, not the hugest priority target. So two really important ultimates taken out. Imps go off the field, but they get the inhibitor. That was the main objective right there, was to get the inhibitor. The Orb Prime still is not going to spawn for upwards of 1 to 2 minutes. That's like 60 to 120 seconds. We have all the seconds, the best seconds in the world, but it doesn't even matter. Devastating Blast is going to get a kill. So 3 kills right here. Now, I mean, speaking of seconds, 70 of them is how many that they're going to be down 5 people down. This is a moment for Arctic Wolves to literally just go down the throat in mid lane
and get an inhibitor,
and even a core. They have to be really careful here. They might be able to win the game, to be honest. They might be able to win the game off of this.
Rassi's back to make sure their core's not going down, but good point.
You've got 2 backing off. We are going to have Crazy Fool Bixel and Mr. Guru pushing the tower. This is a ton of damage. Bixel's going to bring the lane clear. Crazy Fool and Guru are going to bring that easy kill on this tower here. They could possibly get a tier 2 out of it. Crazy Fool needs to be careful here. Ultimate coming out of Mr. Guru. He's just trying to clear up this minion wave here because we have 2 minions that were stronger than before. Bixel trying to show us that next level play with those turrets there. But Crazy Fool, if Crazy Fool or Mr. Guru walk under the tower, they do take aggro off of those.
Yeah.
But they are going to get this tower down. They have a full minion wave. 2 people have just respawned. I don't know if they're going to get it.
I don't think so.
Excuse me.
Yeah, it's the super creep. It was the super creep delayed that push for so long. The inhibitor, it is go down.
I'm a liar.
Go down.
We lied.
You're a liar. You're a thief.
JK.
But it doesn't matter. They're just going to go in there. I thought he was looking for a knockback right there.
They have to be careful, though. If they die here, they lose these 3 players, Bixel is very, very low. Phasma and Crazy Fool are doing what they can to protect him. Mr. Guru just now hitting auto sprint. But Tripsic has such a long range on that rocket. He's able to keep him out of it. Imsco is right there. Oh, this is tough. This is scary. This is scary for both teams here.
Imsco doesn't have Rocket Dash. He doesn't have that leap forward. Triptych in the auto sprint. If he can keep Phasma, if he can catch out Phasma, he gets him with the rocket. Oh no, the rocket actually doesn't hit. He's not in travel mode. Devastating Blast. Taurino's going for him. Taurino's not even going for the steal. He was looking to get the Rangers. Phasma recognized it. No steal. This is devastating. This is not good for them to have that initiator off the field. Now, what's the call from Evolve? I feel like a greedy play is to go for the core here. Are they going to do it? I think they're going, they're going for the core, boys. Ladies and gentlemen, can we get some SM Orc in chat? Because we are about to go face. This is a very tense moment for both of these teams. One misplay from Evolve. This is literally, if Evolve don't get this and they get swept, they will lose the game. Mid lane is open. They don't even need creep. They could go back down the core.
Right.
It is 5v4, but that core does a lot of damage. They have to be very, very careful. Though, at this stage of the game, the cores can just get melted. We're going to see how this goes down. Shield wall goes up a little bit preemptively. Smash and grabbing a crazy full. That's exactly what they need to do. Into the two-man Warlord challenge, and calling it a challenge is an overstatement. They immediately take out the Murdoch player. Howitzer using the ultimate core down to 50%. Imsco is going to take out Mr. Guru. Says Imsco, not only am I going to take this game, I'm going to go out in style and live up to my name, the Punisher. And that's exactly what's going to happen. Congratulations to Evolve. They are going to take this game against Arctic Wolves. Holy cow, guys.
Wow.
What a game. That was fantastic.
What in the world? So back and forth between both these guys. I now know, Notch, why you were so excited to watch this game. Definitely the most competitive thing I think we've seen so far.
Wow.
I mean, we're only 2 days into the Paragon Masters, but that was by far probably the most enjoyable match to watch. I mean, so back and forth. Let's talk about it. Break it down for me. The Arctic Wolves starting out super strong, really putting the aggression on. Then Evolve having some really good team fights and just kind of showing time after time after time again that the team fights were definitely in their favor. But please, gentlemen, your thoughts.
It took them a while. It took Evolve a while to get into their groove. Early game clearly went to Arctic Wolves. They were doing such a great job. They were being aggressive. They were getting objectives. They did everything right.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden a flip switched with Evolve, and they were taking team fights, 1v4. 4v5, they were taking team fights when they were down heroes, and they weren't getting objectives. They were building up their card power. They got themselves equal because they were down when they were winning these team fights. When they were winning team fights, they were down card power.
Yeah.
And they were still taking those fights. And then they started building up that card power. They would get a fight, they'd get an objective. They'd get a fight, they'd get an objective. They played very, very well. And I don't think Arctic Wolves knew how to respond. When Arctic Wolves started losing those engagements, I think they got a little bit discouraged, and Evolve just kept up the momentum and was just able to defend. I have to say,
the biggest difference for me, the biggest difference for me is compare the impact that Bixel, Iggy, and Scorch had in team fights to Trip's impact on Howitzer. Other than that, this draft was exactly the same.
Yeah.
Other than that, the biggest difference was between Tripsick's performance on Howitzer, which was, again, we've never seen a Howitzer outside of his ultimate be so impactful.
So effective.
Before. I mean, did you guys see that fight, the Inhibitor, where he ulted and immediately, without even a moment's notice, the moment the ult was over, there was already a mine by Ratzzy and knocked him away.
Oh, I didn't see that.
He's probably looking to knock him into that. But yeah, like it's just the guy. It's just a subconscious thing for him. Very, very impressive.
Wow.
I think Trip's performance on Howitzer, to me, was the biggest thing that separated, is one of the biggest reason why Evolve started to get that sort of lead, turn inch by inch.
Yeah.
They won that game.
Well, let's talk about also kind of the highlight for me, I think, was Arctic Wolves taking the OP buff, going in, Imsco coming and saying, you're not turning this in here, dude, taking it from them, and then turning it in for his own team.
He came in there like a broom and swept the floor,
He came in like a wrecking ball.
He came in like a wrecking ball. He dropped the hammer, as one of my favorite Dota 2 casters says.
I've got a hammer.
I won't say who it is, though.
Do you guys want me to lick the hammer? I've got a hammer over there. We're going to go full Miley Cyrus.
We said drop the hammer.
Oh, sorry. I was going to go full on wrecking
full Miley Cyrus, would you be topless on a...
I can do that too.
Yeah. Hey, when that bar fills up, you guys don't know what's going to happen. So we don't fully know what's going to happen either, apparently. But yeah, that play, Imsco, just really showing a fantastic performance on that Twin Blast. Just well done for both these teams. So congratulations for such a fantastic game. Ladies and gentlemen, that is our 2 matches for the Paragon Masters tonight. If you missed anything, up first, well, technically it was Team Spicy Ping versus Straight Out of Agora. Team Spicy Ping could not make it, so Straight Out of Agora taking their victory there. Up next, Team Mayhem versus Triangle Formation. Mayhem giving Triangle Formation for a good part of the game, kind of run for their money, going back and forth there. Yeah, but Triangle Formation did come back and pick up the victory for them. And finally, what you guys just saw, Arctic Wolves versus Evolve, where Evolve with a fantastic victory there, but well played from all the teams tonight. Really, I just, even again, I don't know if this is just the mixed matchup of the teams, but such a step up of performance and play from Tuesday, which is fascinating. Tuesday, it seemed like they were kind of like just learning it. All right, how do we do this new format? How do we do this one game at a time? And you can tell they put in the practice, because already it is showing just today on Thursday.
Yeah, we've seen that Arctic Wolves and Evolve game was just so good.
That was a great game, man.
Yeah, super
Watching these teams improve from the beginning, from Agora's Rising 1, and watching these teams play today.
Yeah.
We have seen such an improvement from a lot of these guys. Triangle Formation still continues to be strong, but with Team Mayhem coming in, they actually made Triangle Formation work. I feel like this is the first time we've seen Triangle Formation.
Yeah, they gave them a fight for their money, man.
Yeah, they had to come in, and Triangle Formation actually had to work for that victory. And it's going to be interesting to see as we progress through this month, because we've got a month left, guys.
Yeah, 3 more weeks.
3 more weeks of this.
3 more weeks.
And I'm excited to see how these matches continue to play out. We may see Triangle Formation lose a couple games.
Talrino, if you're in chat, was NATO a sub?
Yeah, tell me, let us know. You talked to his
Is
buddy.
Brodicus the Undertaker 6 feet under?
And Taurino, how does it feel to be carried by Tripsic and that amazing
Oh!
Shane pointed out, I want to just say
come
here,
on,
Taurino, Shane
come
pointed
on.
out it was just
Not
your
us,
job to
come
go
on.
in and die, and you
was,
did that 8
and he
times.
did it really well.
You did it
He
8
his
times.
job
That is a
perfectly.
legitimate job to do. It's not
did
easy.
a great
It's
job.
not an easy job. I can't do that.
Great job.
Can't do that super
Listen. You
well.
want to know if when it comes to a job as similar as dying early on in a team fight, who better to judge that than you, Notch?
Oh!
Go on.
Wow.
Wait,
Let me retort. Let me retort. I asked who better to judge than you, and the answer to that, Selwonk.
Oh my gosh, Shane! You can't. Why are you so brilliant? You can't be this brilliant all the time.
For those of you that don't know,
Selwonk.
for those of you that don't know, I can talk about it officially. Selwonk and I are going to Epic HQ, and I'm gonna be physically around him. So if I show up at the community dev with the black eye,
physically
you
around.
know what it's from.
He's physically around. So yeah, if Shane doesn't make it back to the Paragon Masters, I mean, we already kind of know what might have gone down there.
Yeah.
Oh, guys, thank you so much to the community for joining us on our second day of the Paragon Masters here. Thank you guys for raising more money. $380 now is where we sit. Getting tagged on to the $1,500 for all these teams. Again, all the money goes to them. And as you just saw from tonight, they all deserve it. They're all playing fantastically. We want to give them as much as possible so you guys can do this. I hope maybe even turn it into a job. That'd be fantastic. Epic, if you're watching, let's turn that into a job for them. Shane, Notch, anything else before we go?
I like this guy.
I feel like
These 2 games are great, man. I am
super
so
fun.
excited.
Yeah,
Super great.
I'm excited to see what happens next week. Of course we're having a game next Tuesday.
Tuesday, right?
Because Shane, Beacon, and Selwonk will all be at Epic.
And
That's
as well as I'm not going to get his name right. Sonicky from Smosh Games, the YouTube channel.
Hinky.
Hinky. Thank you. I
Hinky.
never get it right.
Yes.
The Smosh Games YouTube channel, which is a really cool channel, has like several million people.
Yes.
He's going to be there, and one more person, and I don't remember who the 5th person is.
Obama?
Yeah, that's right. Thank you. Yeah, that's Obama's showing up.
Yeah.
It's going to be a good time. I'm not sure if the Secret Service will let me in, but hey, we'll see what happens.
Everyone, and please let us know what Pokemon Go guys you get, because there's gonna be some fantastic stuff at Epic. There's gonna be some sweet.
Oh, you better believe
There's
it.
gonna be
There's
some
there's gonna be ones we
sweet
can't even
Pokemon
talk
Epic.
about yet. They're not even released yet.
We'll have the entire chat. We'll send out NDAs for everyone here at the chat. Well, guys, I think that is going to about do it here for our second day of the Paragon's Masters. Make sure you tune in, like Notch said, next Thursday, July 14th, for Arctic Wolves versus Team Spicy Ping, then Team Mayhem versus Straight Out of Agora, and finally Triangle Formation versus Evolve. There are going to be some fantastic matches. You are not going to want to miss this. Guys, enjoy your weekend. Have a fantastic time with whatever you guys do. Notch is waving. Shane wants to say something.
I do this time. You there you go. Now you got it right.
Yeah.
Notch, you're going to be streaming after this?
Getting it.
I am going to be streaming after this.
Oh, yes.
We're going to be hosting
But-
Notch stream.
Before we leave,
Yeah.
Saturday, guys, Agora's Rising. We have more competitive
That's right.
play.
Yeah, you guys
A
doing that.
day full of competitive play for Agora's Rising 7.
Yeah.
We're doing that all on Saturday. We wanted to make sure we got it in before everybody left to Epic and to
call.
North Carolina.
Good call.
So Saturday we're doing that. And I'll be streaming Paragon. Not as good as what we just saw, but I'll try my hardest.
Better.
I'm not I won't die as much as Taurino or Selwalk.
Oh, okay. If you guys want any more information about Agora's Rising, go ahead and click the link down at the bottom. Twitter, as long as donate while you are there if you feel so inclined. But if not, we love you guys being here. Just the support of you viewing this, watching it, showing that there is a following is fantastic. Like Shane is lip syncing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Go over to the Reddit /Paragon subreddit so you guys can check out all the fun community Paragon events that are going on in the meanwhile. But on behalf of everyone here at the Paragon Masters, that has been Shane Lynch. This is Another Notch. I am Toaster Loading. And as always, we are going, Paragon.
There was actually nothing in my cup.